So good morning and welcome to Thursday's adapted yoga class. Now this class is adapted more for people with high blood pressure, diabetes and joint problems, but you can adapt it back if you don't need to. So the way I'm going to do it is that I'm going to show you the full version, so if you wanted you could carry on and do the full version, and then I will show you an adapted version. So if I start moving and talking, I want you, if you're going to do the full version or wherever you want to be, hold it for about 3 to 5 of your own breaths, and then breaths can be fast breaths or they can be slow breaths. It's up to you, and make sure that you're changing size when you need to. So, because just in case I'm talking and moving and you're just holding a position. So choose the position that's right for you. If I do something and you think, no, I don't want to do that, give me a second. I will see if I can make it always a little bit easier. And if there's anybody that needs to, let me know that you want to reduce it or make something easier. So, we're going to take our feet underneath our hips, making sure they're in line, everything's pulling forward. We're lifting up our thighs, engaging the inside, outside, back thighs, side thighs, bum, pelvic floor, but we're leaving our abdominals free in case we want to breathe into them. We're going to do the breathing technique 4, 7, 8. You're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, you're going to hold it for 7 seconds, you're going to breathe out for 8 seconds. But as you breathe out, you're going to breathe out through the mouth, but you're putting your tongue at the top set of teeth, just behind. So when you breathe out, you'll make a kind of hissing sound. Now the breathing can be the same. It can be quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can be quick or it can be slow, but it's got to be the same the whole way around. It can't be faster and slower. So bringing it down, we'll start with a breath out. We'll breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 7. Breathe out for 8. Let's go round again. So we're going to take some rescue breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this just regulates that breathing. So we're going to bring our head into a forward bend. We're taking it down, letting it hold here. 3 breaths. Bringing the head back up. We're taking it back. Remember, if you need to, you can support the head as you're going back. But you want to make sure that when you take it back, there's no strain on the front of the neck. There's no pinching at the back. You can always lift the chin, and that'll just increase that stretch a little bit more. And then bring it back down. So we're going to take it over to the side, tucking the chin in, bring the ear towards the shoulder. Pushing them hands towards the floor. Bringing it back to centre and taking it over the other side. Bring it back to the centre. So we're going to tuck the chin in and look over the shoulder. And then bringing it back to centre and taking it over the other side. Bring it back to centre. So we're going to go into a forward backward bend. Now you can bring the arms up, breathe out, let the head drop and swing up. Okay? I'm going to do it for more with blood pressure problems, so I'm not going to drop the head. I'm taking it down, keeping the arms low, keeping them only in line with my shoulders, not taking them too high. Okay? So we're going to do about 8 of these. So it's up to you, up if you want to, or here if you've got blood pressure problems, okay, or shoulder problems as well. And again, we're thinking about our lower back, so we're trying to keep that straight as well. So here we go. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, reaching back as you're coming up. Breathing out. Our last one. and bring it down. So we're going to do a twist. So again, you can do it the faster version where you're letting the head lead and you're going round, or you can make it a little bit slower, so you're turning and having a look, slowly turning around, always thinking about this lower back. You're breathing out as you get here, no matter which version you're doing. You're breathing in on the way round. It's always in both versions. It's always the head that leads. The head goes first. The feet are flat on the floor. You'll feel the diagonal movement right the way through the body, through the waist, through the chest and through the back. Then you're going to bring the head back to centre. And if you're going quite fast, you might find that the body keeps moving, and that's okay. So we're going to take it into a side stretch. We're going to take our left foot behind our right foot. Yep, that's it. And then we're going to reach down by bending the front knee, reaching the foot hand down towards the foot. Again, it depends on your blood pressure. If you've got no blood pressure problems, you can lift that arm up and over. If you've got shoulder or blood pressure problems, just bring it to the shoulder, lean down to the side. Feel this stretch through the side of the body, or keep the arm down if you want to. So we're going to breathe in as we're lifting it back up and bringing the hand down, and we're going to take that foot out from behind and bring the other foot behind. Changing feet. Lovely. The front knee bends, we're reaching the hand down towards it. We can turn and lift that hand if we want. We can keep it down, or we can lift it to wherever feels comfortable. Breathe into that top lung, breathe out through the bottom lung. And bring it down, bring that leg from behind, back out. Let's try one more. Take the leg behind, reach the hand down, lift the arm to wherever you feel you can go. And bringing it up. Take that leg out. Let's try one more on the other side. Take that leg behind. Reach the hand down. Bend that front knee. Lift that arm if you want to wherever you want. Beautiful. And bringing the arms down, lifting ourselves up, then bringing that leg back over. So we're going to work our arms a bit more, turning round. You're bringing one front finger up, bringing it down and touching the back. Bringing the hand in, thumb down, bringing it in. If you can get it to touch, great. If not, you're just going to hold it there. And you're going to pull the shoulders back, pull the elbows back. So we're pulling the elbows back, we're trying to get the shoulder blades to come together. Lift the head up, look back. And then take the arms out. You're going to change them. So the one that goes thumbs up and one goes thumbs down, you're going to bring it in. And it doesn't matter if it's just here. You're pulling the elbows back. You're looking up. So it absolutely doesn't matter anywhere you are. As long as you can pull them arms back and lift the head up. And we're taking the hands out. We're going to swap them, so one goes up, one goes down. Let's bring it in. Anywhere it can go, it doesn't matter. Lift the elbows back, look up. Let's take it out and let's change. Reach the arms back, look up. Lovely, beautiful bit. And release the arms, bring them down. Give your hands a little shake. So we're taking our feet slightly wider. We're going to take it into a chest stretch. So again, the feet are facing forward. Take the hands behind. Now, if you can, you're going to go straight down. Head looking between your legs. If you've got blood pressure problems, then we're not going all the way. We're going halfway. So our head is looking forward, but we're still trying to lift them arms up. We'll feel that stretch still through the back of the legs. We're going to breathe in as we lift back up. And we're going to do that one more time. So shoulders back, lift the arms, breathe out, go forward. Remember, it doesn't matter if you can't lift them arms too high, they can stay down, but just think, I'm trying to lift my arms. The minute you think you're trying to lift them, the arms will start to lift. Keep the head in line with the heart, so you're looking forward. You're not letting that head drop if you've got blood pressure problems. And again, you'll find that back is nice and straight, no matter where you are if you've got back problems. So we're going to breathe in, lift ourselves back up. Undo the arms. Give yourself a little shake. I'm going to drop it down to my feet now so that you can see the feet rather than my face. So we're tapping the feet so they're still wide. They're facing forward. We're going to bend the knee over to the side, keeping the foot forward so you'll feel it through the ankle. And then we're coming back up and we're going to bend it to the other side. We're keeping our body nice and straight. We're not leaning forward. And we're bending. And bending. Now, we can sort of stay here, but if you wanted, you could take it a little bit harder. So as you come over, you could come up onto your tiptoe and come down and stretch the leg. That's it. Then you're coming up, coming over, coming down and stretching the leg. Is that too much? I think that might be too much. Okay, so let's come up. Let's go over, go a bit more. See if we can just turn and lift that other foot up onto the heel. That's it. Bring it over. Turn the foot, try and turn it up. That's better, that's a bit easier. Bring it over. Turn the foot. Lovely. See, this is why I like Zoom. It just makes me sure that I'm not going too far. And let's do one more on each side. So remember, you don't have to do these. You can just go side to side, and it's just the start of it. So bring it back in, lift it back up. Step your feet in. We're going to sit down into an imaginary chair, and you're flexing your foot, bringing it up, and just letting the knee drop. You can stick your bum against the wall if you need to. Excuse me. And as usual, if you need to, you find it's too much, you can always go to the chair and do it from the chair. I'm going to stay here. We're going to do the other leg, so sitting down, flexing, bringing it up. Have your hands against the wall if you need to. Have them on a chair if it's a balance. Keep that foot flexed. Bend that knee. Hold it there. Work that outside of that thigh. And then bringing it off. Let's try the other side. So squatting down. Flexing the foot. Bringing it up. Sitting down. My foot looks dirty in that position. This is quite clean. And then lift. And let's take it to the other side. So sitting back. Lift. Sit down. And bring it back down. So we're bringing our feet together. We're turning our palms away. We're finding a spot. We're tightening everything up. And as we come up onto our tiptoe, we push our hands backwards. Now again, you carry on with that, Glenys. If you need to, you could always have the chair and do the same thing. So the chair's there. You feel you can't get up, then you can always just bring your feet, your tiptoes forward on the chair as well. And then bringing it down. Lovely, it was amazing. So we're going to bring ourselves into sun salutation. I will do the first with the chair. The second one I'll do on the floor, but I'll put my knees down. Glenys, do whichever version you want. And we can always swap halfway through as well. So let's bring ourselves into mountain pose. Feet in line with our hips. Pulling our pelvic floor in, our abdominals this time. Shoulders back and down, hands into prayer, squeezing them together. Tuck the chin back, close your eyes. Feel the weight even through the feet. Push into the ground. Ask for what you want. we're going to breathe in, lifting the arms up, reaching back. Breathe out, take it into a forward bend. Bend the knees if you need to, if you've got that lower back problem. If you've got blood pressure problems, don't let the head go down all the way. Keep it in line with the head, with the heart. We're going to breathe in and bring it into a half bend. Squeezing the stomach muscles up, pushing the chest down, pulling them shoulder blades together. We're going to step back with that right foot as we breathe out and push our knee forward. If we want, we can come to the knee. We can lift them arms up if we want, but we don't have to. We're going to take the hands back down to the floor of the chair and step back into down dog. Pushing with the fingertips, with the knuckles of the hand. Pushing the heels to the floor, even if it's one at a time. Pushing our chest towards our thighs, rolling our shoulders back. Up onto our tiptoes, still pushing in, and then rolling forward into plank position. Heels go backwards, shoulders come back, chin tucks in. We're squeezing that stomach muscle. We're making sure the elbows are facing forward, bending them, dropping the hips, looking up into cobra. Pushing back to down dog. We're lifting the left leg up in the air. We can turn and have a look towards that knee so we feel a nice stretch through the body, but again, you don't have to. Look forward, pull the knee in towards the chest, step it forward, drop them hips, shoulders down. You can breathe in, you can lift up, remember? And then we're going to breathe out as we step back in to that forward bend. Bend the knees, lift the head, breathe in, lift the arms. Here we go again. Breathe out. Breathe in, lifting the head. Shoulders lifted and pulling back. Breathe out, step back with the foot. Your knee needs to go down, it can go down. If it can come up, it can come up. You can lift up. You can stay here and lift that knee. You don't have to lift the arms if you don't want to. And take it back to down dog. We're coming up and over. If you need to, take them legs down, squeeze the stomach muscles, push the heels away, hands to the front, bend the elbows. Lift into whichever version you want, but more important, get that head out of the shoulders. Take it back to down dog. Lift the right foot up. Have a look at the knee if you want. Bring it into the chest. Step it forward. Breathing in, lift to wherever you want to come. And then breathing out. Bringing it down. Bend the knees, breathe in, lift. Reach back and bring the hands down into prayer. Lovely. So, I'm going to take this back up again. We're going to flow with it. Oh, hopefully you can see me. going to flow from warrior 1, 2 into warrior 3. So again, I'll show you. We'll have the arms down, and then if you want to make it hard, you can have the hands up. I'll do the first one with the camera up, and then I'll take the camera down for the second time. So, we're taking our standing forward at the front of our mat. Hands on our hip. We're going to bring our weight over onto our left leg, squeezing all the muscles through the left leg, through the stomach, shoulders back and down. We're lifting the right foot off the floor. We're going to kick it out, pull it in, and rotate it back. Place the foot flat on the floor, but keep them hips facing forward. You don't want it turning round. You're pushing to the knee, tilting the pelvis under, shoulders back, locking up. From here, we're turning the waist around. You're trying to keep that knee facing forward. You may want to move that leg back at the back. You may find it can go back a little bit more. Keep opening the hips, keep pulling the shoulders back. Turn and look over the knee and lift the head up. Pushing forward, everything stays straight. We're going to bring the hips all the way round back to the front, but we're also going to lift the toe, or the heel, sorry, and twist round onto our tiptoes so that we're in a warrior lunge. And we'll feel that stretch through the front of the thighs. Then we're going to step up and see if we can lift the foot off the floor into warrior 3, pulling the shoulders back. Pulling that stomach muscle in and then bringing the foot back down. Okay, so all of those you can do the same with the arms lifted, so it can be here, it can be here, bringing it in and lifting. So it's up to you where you take your arms, depending on what your shoulders are doing. I'm now going to drop it to the floor and I'm going to bring in a chair. So Glenys, you do exactly what you want to do. It's exactly the same things. It just depends on, like I said, I'm going to use the chair to make it a little bit easier. So we're starting at the front. We're moving the weight over onto our right leg. We're lifting our front leg and we're kicking it out. So you can always rest it on the chair. You're bringing it back and stepping it down. Reaching your foot forward, pulling the shoulders back. Them hips are staying forward, that foot's down on the floor. We're rotating out. We're still keeping that leg there. We might need to move that leg. We're pushing to the front knee, we're pulling back and we're looking up. We're rotating all the way around, lifting that toe up at the back, pushing into that front thigh, leaning back. We're stepping up onto that front leg, hand on the chair, lifting the leg into a warrior 3. We're bringing the leg down, bringing ourselves back into mountain pose. So we're going to do that, make sure you do that twice on each side. Now, if you feel like I can't get off the chair, we can always try it on the chair. So from here, we're bringing our hands in, we're lifting our leg, we're pushing out. We're stepping the foot back, we're lifting. Try to move your bum to the edge, see if you can take that foot back as much as you can. From there, bringing it in, step the foot out, hip the knee bend, slide round, bring your bum to the edge, stretching that leg out, keeping the foot facing forward, hold it here. Bring it down, bring it round, bring the hand onto the knee, trying to get that hip down so that you're back on that leg. See if you can lift the foot off the floor. That might be quite hard. Bringing it back into a seated position. So I'll do that one more time on the chair. So from here, kicking the leg out, taking it behind, move your bum over, make sure that leg's free so that it can push back and you'll feel that stretch through here. Bring it back in, keep that knee bent out on the edge, make sure that foot's facing forward, stretch out. Bring it round, so again, you're pushing back on that leg. Bring yourself forward. See if you can lift the foot off the floor. And then bring it down, slide the foot in, bringing yourself back to here. So there was different versions of the same movement, so you don't have to do it straight off if you find it too much doing it all at one time. Take the hands down, take the balance away, take all of it away and sit it on the chair if you feel you can't get up. So we're going to take it straight back stretch. So turning your feet forward, bring your hands behind, push your hips forward, reach the hands back. And again, same thing, if you've got a chair, you may want to just use the chair to push back. If you're sitting on a chair, it'd be the exact same thing, but you're just sitting on the chair. And then bring yourself back up. We're going to take it into gorilla pose. So if you've got a band, you may want the band. To place it flat on the floor and then step on it. You're bending your knees and bringing yourself down. Now this is your relaxation pose. It's where you come to when you need to come out of it. When you think, oh, that's enough, I need to come out. You come to here. Your back straight and your head's lifted. Now again, if you've got blood pressure problems, give me a second, I will show you a slightly different version. So from here, you're going to straighten the legs, let the head drop down, pull the hands. So using that elastic, you're trying to pull, using them back muscles. Think about pulling and rowing with your shoulders. Pulling the shoulder blades back to pull you in. When you want to come out, let go of the elastic, bend your knees, look forward. Have another go at this. When you're ready, you can just stand up and push back into that same back move we were doing before. If you've got blood pressure problems, when you're here and you straighten the legs, you want to keep that head looking forward. You may find that you want to do one leg at a time, but you're still trying to pull the chest towards the legs, but not let that head drop down. Again, when you need to, you come out, the knees bend, but the head hasn't moved, it stayed in the exact same place. It's just the legs moving. If you're on a chair, you may find that just doing it one at a time, getting as close to the foot and pulling up, trying to keep that knee. If it bends, then all you're trying to do is just to straighten it. It doesn't matter where it is. You're still trying to use them shoulder blades, pulling back to pull on the legs. And then relax. From there, you're bringing yourself up and you're going to do, so from there, lifting up, and let's do a stretch back. So again, any version of this that you like. Gosh, it's got so warm in here. Untrue. So we're taking it into tiger and tiger bow. Now I'll show you on the floor first, and then I'll go to the chair. If you need to, have a cushion under your knees to protect your knees, or extra padding, just so that your knees aren't hurt too much. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to start with bringing out one leg and trying to keep the hips in line. So you don't want to lift it up too high. You don't need that thing. So you could rest a tray on your bum. Now, whichever leg's out, it's the opposite arm you're taking out. I want you to do about 3 to 5 breaths, and then you can swap over. Now, if you can't get to the floor for knee problems or blood pressure problems, then we do this from the chair. You make sure that your hand, one hand is on the back of the chair and one hand is on the seat of the chair. The hand that's on the seat of the chair, it's that leg that goes out. And then it's the hand at the back of the chair that comes out. We're bringing the hand down. We're bringing the hand down. So we're going to change sides. Now you must always make sure that it's the hand on the back of the chair that's going to come off. You don't want it the other way. So you don't want that leg, that leg lifting and that hand coming off, because the chair will go backwards. So it must always be the hand that lifts is at the back of the chair. The foot that lifts is at the front of the chair. That way you'll stay a lot safer. Now squeezing the stomach muscles in these positions, putting in the pelvic floor, trying to keep that leg level, keep the shoulders level, pull the shoulder blades back, and this will work your back muscles. So we're taking it into the tiger bow. So again, I'll come to the floor, Glenys, for you. It doesn't matter if you can't grab the leg. I don't want you weaving around in the air. So you're taking out one leg, one arm. You're bending the leg in. You're reaching back. Now, if you can grab it, great. If you can wrap a band around it, you can grab it, then that's okay. But I don't want you doing this. Once you've grabbed hold of it, and only once you've grabbed hold of it, because I want you to look at the floor, you can start to push the leg up, and then as long as you're not wobbling, you can turn and have a look. When you're coming out, make sure that you do it nice and gently, bringing everything back in. Okay, so again, 3 on one, 3 to 5 on each side, and we're doing it twice. So here we go. I'm doing it with the chair. Same thing. The foot goes out, the hand goes out. You're looking towards the chair, you're reaching back. You're not wobbling around. If you can't grab it, you leave it there. If you can grab, you're pushing the foot up, and as long as you're not wobbling, you can turn and have a look down towards that foot. When you come out, nice and slowly, bring it down. Try the other side. Make sure you've done 2 on both sides. If you're on the floor, you can always go into child. If you're standing up, then you can just go into a sort of a forward child, grabbing hold of your leg. But again, keeping them heads up, reaching down. Open this window a little. So again, you may need your pillow. We're going to take it into elbow plank. You're keeping the elbow underneath the shoulder, and it can be a fist or it can be the hands flat. It's up to you. You can keep the bottom leg bent, and from there, using the hands, lift the bum up, keeping the foot either flat down, pointing forward, or you can have it pointing down. It's up to you. If you can always bring the 2 legs and either have them side by side or on top of each other, pushing the hips up. It's completely up to you. The arm can be up, it can be over, it can be here, depends what you feel like you're doing. 3 again on that side, 3 on the other side. Now it's a similar thing if you're on the chair. Making sure that the chair won't slide away from you. Have a cushion because it can hurt your elbow. Go sideways. Keep the knee in and just let yourself relax here. You can take the hands off, you can push the hips up, you can bring the foot down. You can take the arm up, you can take it over. You can bring the foot on top. Anything that feels easier for you. To come out, bring your hands in, turn, step the foot in. So we're going to do the other side. This is my rubbish side. So elbow down, hand on the chair, step one foot out, have the other foot turn to the side, bring the hand off, hold it there. Let's change. One last time. So remember, be careful with this pillow that it doesn't slide away. Turn to the side, taking that leg out. Pushing with that bottom leg to lift the hips up. Look up. And we're bringing it out. I'm going to change my chair the other way so that I can sit. So elbow down, stepping the foot out, turning it round, bringing that foot back as much as you can. Lift the arm up, push the hips to the ceiling. Use that bent leg if you need to. And bringing it in, lifting yourself back up. Need to go to the floor. So we're going to take ourselves onto the floor if you're already there. Sorry, not the rest of them. Stay on the chair if you're not going onto the floor. We're going to take it into Cobra. So we'll start with Sphinx. Give me a second if you're on a chair, if you're not coming to the floor. So with Sphinx, pushing the elbows back towards the heels. Pull the head up and out. Use the fingertips to kind of push so that you're feeling them kind of here and pushing down with the fingers and pushing with the outer edge. If you can, lift your belly off the floor and lift your knees off the floor, so that you're pushing back. Now, if you're not coming to the floor, you've got a wall, bring your elbows, bring that up a little. You've got a wall, bring your elbows against the wall, hands flat down, step in. Pull the shoulders, pull the chest back, push the hips down towards the wall. Remember, there should be no strain in the neck, you're not letting the head drop back, you're keeping the chin tucked in, you're pulling the head down. And then let yourself relax back down again. So we're going to take it up to a cobra position. So now wherever the hands are, we're keeping the head pulling back. We're going to push with the fingers and try and lift the elbows off the floor. But you don't want that neck to come up. You want to keep pulling them elbows down, but pushing with them fingers. Same sort of thing, if you're against the wall, push back a little. Again, it's not the neck, it's the shoulders. And let yourself relax down. And the last one's for us. It's going to be up facing dog. So this time, bringing the hands under the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back, bring the elbows in towards the hips. We're lifting the chest up first, so the chin tucked in. We're pushing, lifting the hips off the floor, lifting the head. Move the hands in if we feel we need to, so that they're underneath our shoulders. They tend to be slided out. Now, if we can, we lift one knee and then the other knee. So the hips are hanging freely, but we're not sinking into the head. We're lifting up and out of the shoulders. If you can't do the two, just do one. When you need to after this one, push back to child. If you're standing, get rid of the pillow. Bring your hands in, take your feet back. Shoulders come back. Push the hips, the heels back. Drop the hips, pull the chest forward. Lift up. Again, should have a nice free hanging spine. And then pushing back to child, but if you're standing up, you're going to push back to a bent leg down dog. Bringing yourself back up. Sit this back up. So lie yourself down on the floor. If you're on a chair, sit yourself down on a chair. Okay, so we've done quite a few stretches today. We're going to take it to work our shoulders. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. You're going to start to push back into child, but you're going to take your hand underneath, palm facing up, and bring the head down to the floor. Let the other arm relax down. Let the body kind of drop down, pushing the bum towards the heels. If you can get it down and keep the head down, lovely. If not, don't worry. Keep the bum up in the air. If you're on the chair, sorry, it's the same sort of thing. hand down over to the side, letting the head drop. Just the pulling out of those shoulders, because I've been trying to encourage you to pull back today. So bringing it out, both of us, and then we're going to go to the other side. So hand comes under, we're bringing our shoulder to the floor, or if we're on a chair, hand to our side, letting that elbow drop. Looking towards that outstretched hand. Feel the stretch through that shoulder. I'm going on the floor because I like this one. Let's change sides one more time on each side. You can always lift that arm and bring it over, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So you can kind of turn it over so that you're looking more to the side, but you don't have to. Let it rest if you want. Breathe into the shoulder blade. Let's bring it out. And let's try the other side. Sliding the hand under. Letting the head relax. Bring your hands out. Let yourself relax down. Sit on your chair, lie down, sit down, whatever you prefer. You can have your feet down and your body in corpse position, or you can bring the knees up. Make sure that the base of the spine, if you tilt the pelvis, the spine's nice and flat. Bring the knees together. You can always place your hands on your chest, or you can place them on the floor. Make sure the chin's not up in the air, it's tucking down. And you're going to do that count we done at the beginning. So you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 7 seconds. Breathe out through the mouth with the tongue at the back of the top teeth for 8 seconds. If you can, try and slow it down. And also then 7 seconds when your body's doing nothing, when you're at total stillness. Have a think about your joints, about the area of your body that are in pain. Try and follow the heartbeat, follow the blood around the body. Notice any little micro movements, any pings, where the fascias and the joints and the ligaments are just giving. Enjoy that stillness. toes, and just take some recovery breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Moving our ankles and our wrists, our elbows and our knees, our shoulders and our hips, front of our body and the back of our body, and our neck and our head. Stretch your arms above your head as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, let the body relax. Big breath in, reach one hand and then the other so that you feel the side ribs and the side of the waist open, and when you need to breathe out, relax. Pull the knees up to the chest, roll them round in a circle. And take them round the other direction. And roll over on your side. Have a check. Think about how the body's feeling, how your head's feeling. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself up to seated. Thank you for joining me this morning. No worries. I'm going to turn these off. Oh, hi Savannah.